up, guys? Welcome to the Gym of All Trades Sunday night charts. Good to see you. We got a bit of a pump today. So what's going on with that? Let's look at it. Let's see. Is it time to short? Is it done? Is it going up? Do I know that? First of all, no, I don't know the answer, but I do look at wave structure, guys, and we'll look at some wave structure. I'll show you a fractal that I see in the market, and we'll just see if we can figure out where this price might be heading, and so we can maybe look for a signal to trade off of. So welcome to the channel. Glad you're here. See a bunch of you already in here. That's awesome. So glad to see you. Let's see. Make sure good sound. Let me know if you got good sound. Here comes video in 3, 2, 1. Boom. There I am in all of my glory. All right. Is that good audio and video? Let me know. All right, guys. Let me just say hi to you. Those of you who said hi to me. Hasta la vista, Barbie. What's up, man? Good to see you. Hey, Keith M. Moonboy counts are coming. I'll let you know what I see. Hey, James. How's Puerto Rico there? Good to see you. Tien Shinhan Tien. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you're here. We'll check out your count in just a minute. Mr. Durham. Hey there. Welcome. And Evo. Hey, buddy. Glad you're here as well. Hey, Daniel. Crypto Fever. Dango. Django. Yeah, we got a nice pump. Yeah, I'll look at gold, definitely. I definitely will look at gold as well. Hey, Shirley. Oh, hey, Shirley, how you been? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. 100K next. Not so sure about that, but there is a count for it there. Hasta la vista, Barbie. Ricky Spanish. You short at the top. I'm not sure if we've reached the top yet, but certainly we get a little bit of a correction for now. So just don't get caught in it. Make sure you cut it if it comes back to you, Ricky. Hey, Johnny English. Good to see you, sir. You'll be watching on the TV? Oh, nice. Gem TV. Crypto Fever. Hey there. All right. Estrococo. I never know how to say your name. We're just going to call you Coco. Coco Joe. What's up, man? Good to see you. Hey, Fakim. No, not Fakim. What is it? Fahik. Something like that. Good to see you. There's Camel Teabag. Faithful watcher for years. Good to see you as well. And hey, Kimosabi, thanks for being here as always, man. I love you. Appreciate you more than you know. Always thankful for you. So thanks for moderating my lives. All right, let me just give you the disclaimer. I'm not here to tell you where the market's going. I don't know where the market's going. Let me just say that on the front end. I've got ideas. I'll share those ideas. You might like those ideas. You might not like those ideas. I'll share you what I see in the market from an Elliott wave standpoint. We'll look at the wave structure, and we'll look at a bunch of other things. We'll get a good overview of the market in the next hour and a half or so, and see where it's going. But I'm not here to give you financial advice. I don't do that. I'll just tell you what I'm doing, but I'm not going to tell you what you should do with your money. But I'll share with you what I'm doing with mine. Okay? Yeah, I killed his name. I didn't nail it. I killed it. All right. So let's look, man. Let me just start with the fractal that I don't know. Do you guys see the fractal from 2020? I've shared it in the past. I haven't revisited it in a while. Do you guys see? How many of you see the fractal from 2020 in the chart? I'm getting ready to show it to you. So. Well, but before I show it to you, how many of you have seen it? Have you seen the fractal from 2020 that's playing out right now? What that seems to be playing out. See, that's the thing. It looks too exactly like the 2020 fractal that I don't think it's going to play out the same way. I think everybody wants it to play out the same way. I think everybody's hoping it's going to play out the same way. But when they look this good and this the same, I don't think it's going to play the same way. So that's my skeptical hat on right now. So that Camel Teabag, that's pretty funny. Trying like a substitute teacher. Is there a Jay Quellen? Jay Quellen. Do we have a Jay Quellen here? Balake. How about Balake? Do we have Balake here? Balake? Aaron. Aaron. D Nice. Is there a D Nice in the house? I spent 20 years in the other city, y'all. Don't play. I don't play. All right. With that said, let's have some fun in the live stream. Let me show you the fractal. Nobody answered about the fractal. Haven't seen any answers. Are you guys still that lagging? You still lagging? 41 of you here. Glad to see you. There's 14 likes. Let's get those a little bit more balanced. Hook me up. Let YouTube know that you like what you're watching, and somebody else will be able to watch too. They'll let other people know if you let them know you like it. So, all right, let's look at the fractal. Here it is. All right, so from 2020, this is the bottom of COVID. This is COVID bottom. Okay, we had a pump. Okay, just like we've had pump. A little different shape, but still similar in ways. Okay, but then here's where it just gets freaky similar. Okay, right here. Let's start painting the picture here. So you see this move right there? We got that move right there. Very, very, very similar. Okay, then what? Well, we got this big old head looking thing, big head looking thing. Okay, and then boom, boom, a 1 2 1 2, 1 2 1 2. Shoot the moon, take out the high, took out the high. Okay, you see in the fractal now? Then what happened subsequently? Well, what happened subsequently was you got this sideways and up right there. Almost exactly the same shape and pattern, sideways and up. And then it just kind of broke up and out, boom. And this is right when the bull move just started taking off. Okay. So anyway, that's the 2020 shape there, and that's when we went to 70K. It's almost identical here, but to me, to be honest with you, it's just too identical. Surely it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be the same exact, But you can just see kind of move for move how similar these moves are. But they don't have to do exactly the same thing. But if you'll look at this current, this is 2020 over here. Let's just expand this little area right here, and you'll kind of see. You kind of see the shape here. Pattern for pattern. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. This is where it gets a little different, but basically it just starts chopping up and going. So chopping up and going. So, I mean, there you go. I mean, there's for the Moon Boys for you. We're going to the moon, and it's 100K, man. Here we go. Next stop, 100K. Right? Yeah, I see it. I got you. Could it keep rocking? Absolutely, it could keep rocking. In fact, you can see where price went as it went up. That's how. So this is what. So as I zoom out a little bit, the thing is, what we have on the charts is bigger. It's a bigger structure, but it's pretty much the same. looking here. See that right there? That's where we are. That's where we are. Now, we could get a move down like this, I suppose, and then a pump up if that move right there is what we're doing, unless we've already started this bigger move here. We're going up with some velocity, and there doesn't seem to be any stop hunt happening yet. So price, the way it's moving, it's pumping, and it doesn't seem like it's reached a target yet. Okay, so for now, it appears we have a correction here. Let me get a small time frame wave. There we go. This is where I'll just kind of keep track of the small time frame waves here. For now, this is looking similar to a three-wave correction. Kind of looks like a flat potentially. So let's just do this for now. If this is correct, expect this to go up. Okay. If this low gets broken here, then this could be a wave 5. We could get a three-wave pullback, or we could go up from there. So we could come down and break the low and go, or we could go from here. Just small time frame analysis there, guys. Or we could roll over. Now, if it rolls over and keeps kind of pumping down, then we're going to look at this as a potential, instead of a three-wave move, we'll look at this as an ending diag, and this is a reversal. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see, or at least a larger correction coming. So we've had 2 days of pumping pretty much. Well, we had a big pump and then some sideways action, and then we're getting a pump today. So, is it going to keep pumping, or is it going to, often they do it at a certain time of the day just to get the market really excited at key moments, and then it becomes a setup. It becomes a setup for what they want to do the rest of the week, or at least on Monday. So we got to watch out for the setup and see what this is setting us up for. So anyway, as I continue to do the large time frame analysis, guys, I'll just kind of keep. I've got another screen up. I'm just keeping track of the small time frame stuff, and I'll just try to keep track of the waves. So if any of you guys are in trades or looking to trade or something, I'll try to do my best to look at the wave shapes for you and see what we can see. Right now, the best I can tell is this is a flat and it's finished. There's a chance, small chance, this comes down, takes the low out, and that because this is a wave 4, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's ABC. Okay, so if that takes the low, that's what that would be. More than likely, after that, I would high likelihood this thing reverses back up and goes up to make another high, potentially, and maybe even a faster move. Because the corrections basically are just as we go up, they're very three-wave-ish. They're just three-waving us to death. Let me see if I can find a small time frame here that you can see everything. 5 minute. There we go. 5 minute works. You had a nice flat here. Boom, boom. I don't know if that's a flat. I'm not sure how to read that, to be honest with you. I'm really not sure how to read that. It could be something like this, where you got A, B, C right there. Now what's this wave? Well, it started off with a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, extended fifth, 5. Maybe we get a fourth wave, fifth wave. Maybe that's the way she plays. $15-minute. Let's check it out. 15-minute. 15-minute has divergence, and it's overbought. It's threatening to break structure on the RSI. Price hasn't broken structure yet. We'll just keep an eye on this wave. It's not clear. Looks three-wave-ish for now. Looks like there's more up to come. But anyway, I'll keep an eye on that for you guys as we move along. Okay? All right. What's up, Toga Tony? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome. Yeah, nothing. None of the price structure Camel T-Bag is broken yet. So, no, Toga Tony, I'm doing the macro now. I just took a break just to kind of pay attention to that small mind time frame structure. So we're doing macro now, buddy. All right. So anyway, pay attention to the fractal from 2020. Here, the two here. This is 2020 on the left. Current price action here. We're right here, guys. Boom. Okay, we're right here. So the question is that gonna play again? Hey Dave, what's up, buddy? Is that gonna play again, or is this gonna reverse and be done? Okay. So let's now do some large time frame analysis. What could the wave structure be, and where might we be headed? And you know what are we looking for? Okay. Let's go to the daily. What's up, Johnny, Utah? Good to see you, buddy. Shouldn't you be working at your restaurant, bud? Hey, if you guys are ever out there in Colorado, I can't remember where you are now. I'll plug your restaurant for you, bud. Remind me where you are, and I'll send everybody out your way. All right, all 74 viewers. Okay, so what is this wave structure? What's going on here? It is either, there's two things happening. It is either a wave one of a larger move. There's a wave two to come, and then we're going up. Or this is an A wave. This could be an A wave of a larger correction of the B wave. Bird and Jim, Estes Park, Colorado, guys. Check out my brothers. If you're out in Colorado, make sure in Estes Park, make sure you go check out Johnny's restaurant. He's got a nice fine dining restaurant there. I might have to come visit. The way I'm looking at this market, guys, on the macros, that this is a one wave. This is two. All right, this is wave three. This is wave four. That's wave five. Okay, that's the way I'm looking at the market. You can argue, you can make an argument that this is wave three. This is wave four, and now we're in the fifth wave going up to hit the high. You can make that argument, I suppose. So that's the question mark. Are we done with 5 waves here? Or are we going up to hit highs? I'm more inclined to we're done. We've hit 5 waves. 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, and 5. Let me see here. We have divergence between wave 4 and wave 3 and wave 5. We had the high at wave 3 there. Everything looks decent there, okay, for a potential pullback. One might argue, though, that this wave 4 has come down and created hidden bull, and that's why we're going. That's why we're going up. But the problem is, you can't have a wave 4 that comes into the territory of wave 1. Okay, and that's what's happened. We've dipped our foot into the territory of wave 1. So this can't really be, because this is impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unless it's a leading diag, which it doesn't have the diag shape. But you could argue that this is an expanding diag. I mean, one could argue this. I'm not a fan of it, and this is where the bull boys are getting price all the way up here over the next year or so. I'm just not there. That's just not me. I just don't think that's likely. But there's your bull boy count. There's your bull moon boy count. I don't think this is a fifth wave at all. I do not buy that count. Let's look at the small time frame. Hey, we made another low here, guys. That's made it less likely that this is a flat, though it's not invalid. It's just less likely now. Let's see what happens here if we get continuation down even farther and down, or does this go up and take the high one more time? I'm going to draw a line here now that we have a couple of low. I'm going to draw a line there, and we're going to see when price gets broken back to the upside. That'll kind of give us an indication when the correction's done. We'll watch that price action there, small time frame. Let's go back to the macro analysis here. So anyway, my main count here is that we finished. We topped out here. It's also Bob Prechter's count as well, that we topped out here. That was wave 5 right there, done. For he has many similar reasons also. So what I'm seeing personally is after we have big moves to the upside, guys, Bitcoin, here's what you got to understand. Bitcoin's pattern, okay, after big parabolic moves like that, is to kind of hit the top twice, okay, on whatever time frame you can see the move, okay, to kind of finish, okay, and then it'll make a WXY to the downside as a correction, all right, it'll be over a long period of time in relationship to the run up. So I mean, you can even look right here. We had a run up here, and look at this WXY, man. Look at this correction right here, that WXY. This wasn't all the correction. We came up fast and then rolled over. You say, well, that was COVID. It's all built into the chart, guys. That's a 3-wave shape, okay? We have our first leg down here, guys. This is our first leg. Boom. I'm looking at this as our second leg. And I've been saying it since November last year. I've been looking for targets around 41 to 43K. It appears that we're going straight. We're going to go there. I don't think we're ready to go there tonight. I don't. Could we? Yes, we could. Are we going there tonight? No. I don't think so. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't think we have a proper wave 4 on this impulse wave right here. I don't know that we have a proper wave 4. We could, but I don't think we do. Though that wave 4, the wave 4 might be in here, guys. The wave 4 might be in here. We might be in the middle of wave 5. So if that's the case, there's a good chance we go up to target this week. We go up to target. So we'll talk about that. But let me zoom back out just a little bit and just show you the count. My main count here. I personally am seeing this wave now, based on this what's happening here, as A, B, and we're in C. And right now we're in the 5th wave of C. It looks like we're breaking price structure, guys. Looks like price is threatening to break here. We'll see. It's not convincing yet. We'll have to pay attention to it, but looks like she's threatening to break here. So that this might be a turning point for another move to the upside after a three-wave shape. We'll see. Back to the analysis. I'll keep going back. I'll keep watching that wave for you guys. Just, so. But if any of you are in the short, this is a good area to be thinking about taking profit if you were in a short. You just don't want to chance it being pumpy again and going to take the high again. Especially since this looks so three-wave-ish. Hold on one second, guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. All right, so large time frame here, macro. So I'm looking at this ABC, okay, and this is a potential B wave here of a larger correction. Now, is that C wave done? Well, we're reaching target 41, 41K, 41.5 is my primary area to 43 something is my area. I'll pull the fibs here and I'll show you. Again, this has been my target since November of last year. $41.2 right in here, right? This 3618 extension. We're almost there. Almost there. I feel like they're going to play around up here for a little bit. Go sideways, correctively. Correct. Before they hit that target. I don't think we're going straight there. However, this little zone right in here that we just got through, this little corrective sideways and up area, I've been calling for that too, based on this fractal that I shared a long time ago. Once we actually got to the top of this area right here, I talked about this very thing, that we're probably going to go sideways and up. I should try to find that for you where I shared that, and then but I've been talking about that as well. I'm just saying, often guys don't remember the things that I say. Sometimes I don't remember everything that I say too, but anyway, as things are it takes so long for things to develop. You come up with all kinds of ideas along the way, and then once it's finished, you're like, yep, did exactly what we expected it to do from the beginning. It just did it in a stupid, weird way, right? And that's the way the markets move. So anyway, so I'm looking at this as ABC, guys, and then there's going to be another three-wave down. So I'm personally a believer in a multi-year bear market. Now, I could be wrong, and I have the right to be wrong, and you got the right to be right. But I'm looking at something like this, down to maybe 36, maybe 1,500 even. This could go down deep. But I think this is a three-wave move that's about finished. I'll show you another count of this, that it's a different way to count it, but it's still a three-wave move, but it may have some more up to go, and I'll show you that count in just a minute. So my primary first target is 41.5, 41.2 really, 41.147, something like. Every time I pull the fibs, it's a little different because you don't pull it exactly the same way every time. But I've pulled this pretty close. This 41.5 range is where I've been watching. So 41.5 to 43K is my primary first zone to pay attention to. Okay, so that's my A range. That doesn't mean that's where it's going to stop necessarily. Where do you get the 43? Well, 43.4 is the 50% retrace of this move. Okay, so the 50% retrace of the move to the downside is at 43.4. The 3618 extension of my ABC here is sitting at 41,147 range. Okay, if we wick through that and go to the 50, some of you are thinking the 3618. What are you talking about, Jim? The 3618. That's too extended. That's blah blah. Hey, listen, guys. Bitcoin makes extended moves all the stinking time. I can show you several on the chart. The point is, we often get very extended ABCs, and it just is what it is. It is what it is. They're liquidity grabs. They're stop hunts. It's all about liquidity. So anyway, the waves end up going up in ways you don't expect, and faster and higher than you expected. And so anyway, I think a lot of people are looking for that 100K and all-time highs from here. I just don't think we're going there. But it doesn't matter what I think. The market's going to do whatever it wants to do. But if you look at the 3-day chart, guys, on the 3-day chart, we have topped out here very high, and we're creating some divergence here on the 3-day. So I think there's a good chance here, guys, that we are very close in the next 6 to 9 days to a top, potentially. Maybe 12 days. It just depends on how long it takes. But I think... it could be the rest of the month. But if it's going to be the rest of the month, I would imagine we're going to flag out here some kind of wave like this that's going to take into January of next year. We could turn into a corrective zone right now. We could just make it. You see that little wave that I just drew on the chart right there? It's very little, right? But that right there takes us into January, almost into February. Even if we just get something like that on the chart that retraces just a little bit over the next period of time. So what you have to understand is the market can take an awful long time to develop, and we might go into a corrective mode here over the next month, guys, that before we go up and hit these highs. That's what you have to understand about the way waves move. So please understand that just because we're pumping today, that doesn't mean we're going to keep and continue pumping. That doesn't mean we're ready to hit that we've hit the high and that we've topped out yet either. It just means, guys, that you have to understand the way waves finish, okay? And this wave really I just haven't seen what I would say or call just that standard fourth wave shape that I expect to see. It just hasn't revealed itself very well. I say that, and then I say, but listen, guys, this little area right in here, this little could be wave 4 right there. In fact, more than likely it is wave 4, and we are currently in a wave 5, finishing 5 waves here of C. Of the 5th wave of C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're looking for 5 waves in C to finish. In this 5th wave to finish. So that's the way I'm currently looking at price. That's the way I'm looking at the chart primarily. Probably we've got some kind of 4th wave action happening right in here somehow, some way. It's ugly as crap. It really is. It could be some kind of a running triangle of some kind where you have A, B, C, D, E. Could be a triangle. Boom. And now we're getting 1, 2, 3. We got a flag out for 4. Pop up here for 5, and then we'll be finished. Once that's done, we'll hit our targets about between 41 and 43K, and boom, we'll be done and ready to go down. So that's the way those are the things I would be watching for. I would pay attention to the fractal if you're bullish. I would definitely pay attention to this fractal and say, hey, listen, that's worth at least considering. But it's in my opinion, it's too close to the fractal. It's too good. It's too pretty. And we have this saying in our group. Seth is in our group, and he always says, it's pretty. Too pretty. It's too pretty. And when the chart looks too good, something's off, something's wrong, something wacky is about to happen. So this is looking too good. It's just looking too pretty. And lots of divergence on the chart I'm seeing. On the 3-day, it's topped out pretty nicely. I think, it's something to pay attention to at least. Now, back here, what's interesting about this fractal back here is that we hadn't when we were in the same location on the chart right here, doing that sideways and up stuff. Let's see. Get that out of the way. It was right in here. We had not topped out and created the divergence that we have. We had gone up a lot higher before we topped out and created the divergence, the kind of divergences that we're seeing on the chart on the 3-day right now when we were this high in the RSI. So that's an interesting difference in the fractal that's playing out right now. We're much higher in the RSI and much more developed in this. Okay, we're much more developed. If you'll notice, you'll see right here, see this little area right there? This is very much what's happening right here. Okay, it's the same kind of thing. It doesn't mean we don't have, it doesn't mean it can't go up more. It just means that we're due for a correction like this, at least, at minimum. We're due for a correction. But anyway, I point that out to say, hey, listen, this fractal, there are differences, strong differences. And so I think there's a good chance that while the wave shape looks very, very similar, the fractals are not going to play out the same way. In fact, price could simply break structure and start working its way down, okay? And price could start heading down here, okay? Once it's topped out here. But on the 3-day, that could still take 4 weeks. It could take maybe, 4 3-day candles, or it might even, if it flags out and makes that little fourth wave that I talked about right here, this could take a month just to develop, and that's going to take a lot of candles, right, to develop, give us a nice wave 4 shape, and then we get a wave 5. That would be nice to get a nice, clear, defined fourth wave that you see on the chart. Okay, when you see, when we study wave structure, guys, we look for 5 waves and impulses. So we look for a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. We look for some version of this shape right here. That's the shape we look for. Okay, that's the shape of an impulse wave. Okay, so if you'll look down here, you got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. You have a potential, hey, we're done. There's a potential, there's a 5-wave shape there. Okay, that's potentially the case. Okay, sometimes you'll get different shapes. You can have extended 5th waves where this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you get an extended 5th wave that's just as long as wave 1 to 3. So you get 3 waves, the 4th wave, and then this big long 5th wave. That's kind of what I think is happening here. I think we're getting an extended 5th wave. I talked about that count as well when price was way down here. We have the possibility for an extended 5th wave where we kind of go straight up to target from here. Any of you remember that count? I talked about that down here. That was one of the possibilities we talked about. Okay, look at the small time frame. We've definitely broken structure here. This wave looks to be solidified as a 3-wave pullback here. Now the question is this going to go up and take the high and pump again, or is this going to 3-wave us, give us 3 waves, and then come take the low for a larger correction, and then go pump it up? So watch out for those. Watch out for that potential there. This could double up where you get 3. This turns into something larger, corrective, right, and then pops the low, and then we're ready for the long later. So I think this is teasing us potentially to go straight up again, wanting everybody to jump in long. Okay, so once everybody jumps in long again for the next ride to the next price, they'll pop the high, come down, take the low out, and it'll be a larger correction, and then they go. So just watch out for shenanigans. This is dangerous trading up here if you're trading and you're trying to enter into trades here. It's just dangerous. You would have had a better entry when I shared with you on the break here. That's the better entry on the break. And basically what happens is once it breaks, if it breaks back below that line, then you're invalid and you can get out of your trade. So you got a clear validation. So there's a way to trade that. So anyway, that said, if you're trying to enter now, that's while it could go up and pay you out, it's pretty much a gamble at this point. It's a gamble. There's no clear. You're far away from your invalidation right now, and there's so many different wave shapes that could take place. This could come down in 3, okay, go up, come down. That's a wave shape that could happen, right? This could go up, come down, go up, take the high, kind of look impulsive. Here we go, and then phew, just comes straight down really fast. I think that's a real potential right here. This count. I've seen this happen a lot, right? Where we just get some kind of 3-wave shape. It's a double zigzag maybe. So you got a 3-wave here, right? It gives you a 3-wave, then it gives you another 3. You take the high out, right? And then it just shoots down, takes that low, and then it starts working its way back up again. It moves on up. Of course, this could be 3 waves, and that's all you get, and this could work its way up and take the high. So anyway, it's a gamble, right? It's you have to understand the kind of stop hunts that could take place here with this kind of price action. So hopefully, Ricky, you took your profit like I told you. Let's check in on the chat, see how you guys are doing. You guys been talking or? Okay, lots of things to talk about here. Johnny, thank you for that. Taking a second to recognize that I called 41K back in May or June. Yeah, and then Chemo's right. I've been talking about this since October, November last year. You can go back and watch those videos. Toga Tony, when you count retracement, do you do it in log scale or arithmetic? I personally, I do everything in arithmetic. I don't do log much at all. I don't believe in log scale. Oh, Abdullah, you're long from 40,740. Yeah, you never FOMO, man. You need to come in my Discord, and I will cleanse you of your FOMO. I will help you. I will help you not to FOMO. Down to 8,000 to negative 8,000. Well, I mean, that was no. If you saw me draw that, it was a misclick. So, no, I think about 15K to 3,000 is my bottom in that range. Steph's making money right now. Hey, Alien Guru, what's up, man? Good to see you. Adrian wants me to damp it. Yeah, I don't think I can damp it, man. Can Doge pump before we go to 8,000? I mean, I'm not. Whether we go to 8K or not, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not here to say that's definitely going to happen. It's an idea. It's what I believe that we're going to go down there. So, anyway. That's a great trade from 29,491. Fantastic. You are in a take profit range. Roasted garlic berry. Do not get greedy. You're in a take profit range. I'm not saying this is the exact top, but you don't need to hit the exact top. You ought to be taking some profit off the table, bud. I'm not telling you. I'm not giving financial advice. I'm talking trading now. And trading. Stop trying to nail tops and bottoms. You can hold it if you want to keep holding it, but understand that the price can get real dumpy real quick and take half your profit back in one day. So half the profit we could skirt. Guys, listen, in 1 or 2 days or a week, we could skirt right on back down to 36K, 35K, no problem. And all of a sudden, $4,000 of your profit is just absolutely gone, which is about a third of your trade, if that. Yeah, it's about a third of your trade there. Actually, more than that. It's about 40% of your trade. So you just got to realize that that price could dump and go down, and is not guaranteed to continue going up forever. So you are in a take profit zone. Consider that. Yeah, and I'd say that to everybody. Hey, James Nelson, good to see you, buddy. What's up, bud? G'day there. I forgot. Where are you again? You're not. Andrew's in Adelaide, and Dave Sebs is in Perth, and then Max is in Sydney, and you're in Cairns. That's right, you're in Cairns. Good to see you, buddy. That's right. Pay yourself. Don't let it come all the way back, for sure. All right, guys. Let's. We could keep pumping. I've shown you the fractal. I've shown you the bull boy count. Understand that. I've also shown you, as far as small time frame. What's happening here, up here. This looks like a three-wave correction. Looks like it's ready to go on up and take some highs out. But remember, this can become a little bit more. This is looking a little too identical to this, right? So when they start doing identical things, eventually they stop doing identical things. They'll hit the high and then maybe reject or something like that. So realize that they will. The guy that got in at 740, if it comes back to you, you should be getting out. That's a horrible entry. It's a horrible place to get in on a trade. I would look for a better entry. You're in a bad position. Let's just put it this way. And I have a rule personally. Now you do what you want to do, but I have a rule personally that when I get in a bad position and price comes back to me, I get out and reposition myself. I don't stay in that position because a lot of times it will come back to your position and then go away from you again. You think, oh hell yeah, here it comes back. It's coming back to me and it's going to keep going. But what it'll do, it'll go away from you again. right? It'll come back to you, give you a chance to get out, break even, or for a very small loss, and then it'll go away from you again, and it'll be a long time before it gets back to you, if it ever comes back. So the market will come back, but I'm just saying that that's the way the market moves often. And so to keep myself out of that, environment, I just make sure that, if I position myself poorly in a trade, and if it comes back to me, then that's my opportunity to get out and learn my lesson. A small loss. I take the small loss, and it is what it is. So realize that, okay? What's up, Forex Killers? What's up, man? Hey, J-Mart. It's been a while. Absolutely. Hey, there's 77 of you here. Bitcoin pumped, and you guys joined the lives. I love it. I love it. Love it. All right, guys. So I'll give you the Moon Boy counts. Yeah, it's an old wallet, so I don't even know if it's still active. Alien. And I don't trade on Coinbase, by the way. I just use that as an on-ramp and an off-ramp there. Alien. So, yeah. All right. So, to be fair, this looks like it's got more in it. Yeah, is that you, Max? Forex Killers? I can't remember. Is that the name of your channel? Remind me. All right, let's keep going. Let's go to ETH. Look at Ethereum. Ethereum broke its high. So it's changed the count a bit. I thought that there was a potential for a top here. It was looking real decent. It was looking real decent as an ABC here to finish here. It doesn't look decent anymore. It doesn't. Yeah, I'm sorry, Max. Thanks for. I saw you. I was like, that's Max, but I wasn't sure. And I couldn't remember, and I'm in the middle of a live, and I'm not thinking super clear. So, yeah, buddy, good to see you, man. Glad you're here. Glad you popped in. Check out my bro's channel, Forex Killers. Anyway, back to ETH. ETH doesn't look good anymore at all. Even this wave structure here, I don't like this wave structure. For as a top, it doesn't look great at all. It doesn't look right as a top. This wave right here, I mean, it does look like it's ready for a larger correction. This particular wave, but ETH has a way of continuing, like to keep going longer and harder than you expect it to. So I'm not sure what's going on with Ethereum, but the count is challenging here. So let's talk about the count in Ethereum, and let's once I get done with Ethereum, let's just take a peek at the rest of the market. We're going to look at XRP and ADA real fast, not long, and then let me look at the SPX. Let me look at the S&P and the NASDAQ and the DXY. We need to look at those carefully, and then we'll round out our analysis. So hang in there, guys, with me as we walk through this. So Ethereum, what we're doing here as we look at Ethereum just gives us another chart to say, okay, what's the wave structure doing? Does it look like it's about finished? Where does it look like it's going? Okay. So anyway, this was looking very good until it took the high out. Okay. It was looking like a real potential leading diag right here. I was looking at this as an A leading diag and a B wave right here. But it was almost too pretty, but it didn't take the top out. So and there was a real chance, as long as that top wasn't broken, that this could have come down. Okay, and I was looking for that possibility, and today it just invalidated that completely. So I've got to look at things again now and say, okay, what's it doing? Well, it looks like it's creating a potential flat. So I'm going to show you a flat to watch out for. I don't know if it's going to play or not, but it's certainly plausible or possible here. So let's consider it, where we're going to look at this as 3 waves, and now we're going to look at this whole thing as 3 waves to the upside. Now, I'm not sure that that's the case. I'm not feeling real good about it, to be honest with you, but nevertheless, it could come down here, and that could be a flat. And then we flat on the chart. I'd have to look at this here. Come on. It might be a flat just up here. You know, it could be a running flat where it just comes down 5 waves right here and continues up. Gives you a wave 4 shape, which is real possible. So you get this becomes the wave 4 shape, and then you get a wave 5 shape. I'm not a fan. This is so big. But this wave structure is super challenging, right? It's either a 1-2-1-2, and this is about to go to the moon, or this is corrective, and it's you got 2 ABCs here. You got A, B, C, and then we're going to look at this as A, B, and this is 5 waves in C. So that's a double zigzag. So that could be a WXY for a B wave right there. So you could have a 3-wave A, and then that becomes a complex wave B, a double zigzag. It takes the top. This becomes an expanded structure, in which case we look for a dump here. We look for a break of structure out of this wedge shape pattern in the RSI. We look for a break out of that to the downside. So that's often when you see a shape like this, we're looking for a break to the downside out of that. So I would be watching ETH for, is this going to break and continue up and extend the RSI even farther and deeper than it's gone? Or is this going to break to the downside out of this and come on down here? So that's kind of what I'd be watching there, but doing some higher time frame analysis on the wave structure. I know what you want to say. I do. I know what you want to say, that this is some kind of a diag, but it's not. It's too flat. It's too sideways. So either this is like a 1-2-1-2, and we are ready to go to the moon, guys, and I'm just wrong about this. This is a giant 1-2-1-2, and we are indeed getting ready to start pumping over the next year. We're going to be pumping up the jams. It's going to take a while, but we're going to keep rocking to the upside, and you just need to be bullish and going long, and holding your crypto. I mean, that's certainly a possibility, though. I'm not inclined to it yet, but we're going to watch this break here, see if we get a break of structure here, or this is part of a larger 3-wave shape. There's 3, and we're getting some kind of move like this, where we come down for a 3rd wave like this. And this is kind of what I've been looking for. And then we pop up to the upside. But the way Bitcoin is pumping and the way Bitcoin's looking right now, I'm getting less and less inclined to that count. But here's the thing, and here's what I always struggle with. Sorry, I gotta take my shoes off. Kick my shoes off here. Get comfy. Here's the problem with that. And the problem I'm seeing is that you're looking at the wave structure one way, and you're expecting one thing for a long time, and the market has a way of trying to shake you out of what you think. And then before long, you kind of throw away a count you've been watching for a long time, and you feel like, it's just not playing, it's taking forever, it's not going the way you expected it to. And then all of a sudden, it does exactly what you expected it to do. It just did it in a slightly different way than you expected and got you thinking other ways. And that's what I'm trying to be a little cautious for right now. That I have been looking at this wave like, man, guys, I really feel like this is coming down. I was looking for a deeper correction. To be honest with you, prior to this pump that we have, I thought it was more likely that rather than this pump that we got this weekend, that we may have we hit the high and then rejected and went and tagged 36 again. Before going and taking this thing out, but that didn't play at all. And so 36K talking about Bitcoin. But anyway, I guess my point is that though, when you get to be looking at a particular count, often that count will be happening on the higher time frame, just in a way you don't expect. So it's hard to see what we've got, but I'm looking at this as 3 waves down, and I was looking at this as 3 waves up, and it's quite possible that this is some kind of an ending wave here, that indeed this is the 5th wave, it's ending, and it's getting ready to reject and come down for a 5th wave. Okay, it's still possible. It's not out of the question. It just has made Ethereum has just made a construction right in here that I look at and I think, man, that just doesn't look great to me as an ending wave. It's just not looking right to me. Okay. As an ending, it just does. I don't see a clear 5-wave shape here. So this isn't a 5 waves that I would say, yeah, there's an ending shape. Yeah, you might look at that and say, yeah, there's an ending diag. I don't look at that and see an ending diag. It doesn't count like a diag. Okay, it's not counting like a diag. It's this wave right here is problematic for a diag. That wave right there. Okay, you could probably get 3 waves out of this first wave, and you can get 3 waves out of this ending wave. But the problem wave is this wave right here. I don't feel very good about getting 3 waves out of that ending wave. It doesn't look good to me. Let's check in the small time frame very quickly. See what Bitcoin's still pumping, guys. Bitcoin's still pumping here. It broke structure. I called it. I called that break of structure for you. Hopefully you caught that and either got in long or got out of your short at least. Still watching to see what this thing's going to do. This has moved past a 3-wave shape. It's got more of a 5-wave look to, well, an impulse look to it. Again, this thing could come down in 3, go up and take the high, come down again, and then go up more later. This thing could keep pumping up from here. Okay. Any number of things this can do. There's no way I can predict what price is definitely going to do here. All I can do is watch it develop. I can say, hey, that was 3 waves. Up we go again. But keep in mind, it can go up correctively or it can go up impulsively. Right now, it's kind of moving up impulsively still. Still has the impulse look like this area here, like this area. Eventually, that's going to break down. That's going to stop doing that. It's done it once, twice. Now this is the 3rd time. This might be the last time it does it, right? Before you get a larger correction. Usually price will move in 3s. When it moves, it'll move in 3s. And so here basically you got 1, you got 2. Maybe this is the 3rd, hit to the high, stop hunt, and then we come down for a deeper correction, or it's going to flag out for something bigger. Before it goes again. It might get some kind of flag like this before it goes up again. So just be aware of that, guys. Be aware of that price action. That this could keep going up, but it doesn't have to. And often they're going to make it look like it's going to go up, then they're going to come back. And anyway, so if the fellow that got in at 740, this is your chance. You can hold it and gamble on it going up. Great, good on you. Or you can just get out and say, you know what, that was a FOMO trade. That was not smart. It was not a good position to get in. It's up to you. It's up to you what you want to do. But this is your chance. This is your chance. How's the chat doing? Everybody doing okay in the chat? Let's see. Jahangir Alam asked, "Is it possible that ETH made ABCDE at the bottom?" Let me look. ABCDE. ABCDE is a triangle. So a triangle. That's what we would. I mean, that's what we would label as a triangle. So is that what you're saying? Thinking that this could be a triangle of some kind? I don't think so. I don't think that's a triangle. Excuse me, my nose is stuffy. Okay. So Ethereum, yeah, could this be ready to break to the upside? It's possible. It really is. We could be coming all the way back. 50% retrace to 60% retrace of that. This might be ready to to pump up the jams over the next year or 6 months. If it's bullish, that's what it's going to do. All right, we're ready to. But we could also pull back over an extended period here and then continue up. So there could be an extended pullback here before we get that upward move. Okay, but I also see the potential here, though it's looking less and less likely that that's the play. Again, I'm starting not to like. I was looking at Ethereum as this was a flat and looking for a downward move, a retest of the low. Here's what you'll do, though. I mean, here's what you need to do, guys, especially is make sure that trend line is on your chart. If price breaks that, we have finished. This wave here was some kind of a bearish construction, and we're ready to go down and take the lows of some kind, right? So just keep in mind that this could be some kind of corrective wave, but it still may have a high to come get yet. I think also something to watch is this trend line here on Ethereum. It's a little bit. Now I'm on the 3-day chart right now, right? But that trend line right there, a break of that to the downside is going to be very indicative of bearishness. So if this breaks, if somehow this breaks here, and it breaks this line right here, guys, that's very bearish. Okay, that means we're coming back down to this level, and we could be breaking this level if we break this line right here. Doesn't mean we can't retest it. It doesn't even mean we can't even go take the high one more time before it comes down. There's all kinds of things it can do, but if it breaks this level, that's very bearish. So I would definitely have this line drawn on my chart for Ethereum as well if you're trading Ethereum. I think there's a good chance I don't know if it's a good chance, but if this could be an expanded flat or a running flat. Or this just might be a very extended fifth wave that's getting ready to... This thing could be getting ready to pop, guys. It really could. So we could get some kind of a pullback here. We don't have to get a pullback. It could pop, and we could be pumping up over the next month. This would be a month worth of price action there. So please understand that little drawing right there could be a month as it plays. Hard to tell, guys. You just got to take it wave by wave, guys. That's what we Elliott wave traders do. We just take it wave by wave. That's what Prechter said the other day in Alessio Rastani's channel. He's been interviewing Bob Prechter, and he just said it exactly right. We just take it wave by wave. But we have opinions about what wave might be most likely and why. Okay, so let's do this. Let's look at the rest of the charts here and say, okay, what's the likelihood of us being finished? Man, my nose is super stuffy, so sorry about that. But what's the likelihood of us going up, or the rest of the chart saying, more up, and everything's bullish right now. So let's look at the charts here quick. This is Solana SOL. SOL's been on a tear, and really, to be honest with you, this wave construction here is super bullish. It has been super bullish. There's a couple of ways to look at it. The less bullish way to look at Solana is that this was a three-wave flat right there, okay, and then this is an A, B to there, and we're in C. Okay, we might be getting a move down here for wave 4 and then up for wave 5. And that might be exactly what we're getting ready to look for Bitcoin, where we get a deep move. We get a deep move down. Okay, this is A, B, C, and then we get one more hit to the high, and that finishes the wave out. So there's a good chance we have a deep down move coming, and then up we go. Okay. So that's potential. So that's Solana. That's what I'm looking at right now in Solana. Looking at some kind of a flat here. This looks like a three-wave move. That looks like a three-wave in development. And then we could be coming down for a 5. Now, this wave could turn into an impulse wave. It could just kind of keep on going up. So if that keeps going up, then we're going to relook at this. That's obviously not going to be a flat, but this is going to be more bullish. We got higher targets to go. Here we go. The RSI tends to support that on the 8-hour. There's all kinds of room for this to go up on the upside. Okay, what you want to do on Solana, if you're trading it, is just mark this trend line on the RSI. A break of that trend line to the downside is going to be a hint that the bearish momentum is coming in. So if this thing breaks this substantially and holds, then the bearish momentum is coming. Watch out for that wave that I shared about. That would be ideal for me to get something like that. But if this thing wants to keep pumping up, it certainly can. So Solana, there's two ways. This could be 3. I don't know that the small time frame wave structure is supporting that, but it could be. Or this was 3 waves and that's it, and now we're just getting ready to impulse and go up for the next move. Bitcoin is just a pumping up the jams, isn't it? Draw that counter trend line, see when that breaks. See if that breaks and gives us when this upward move is about finished. Okay, let's look at ZIL. ZIL's another one. I was expecting a higher high. This 5th wave makes a lot of sense, and so it makes sense that instead of getting that complex wave 4 like I was drawing in Solana, ZIL looks more like it's just ready to pump up the jams and come on up here, and that'll give us a nice 5-wave shape here. So ZIL is kind of pointing to some higher targets here and a larger 3-wave move here before we go down again. Okay, so ZIL's looking pretty bullish as I just look at ZIL. Again, it's just a chart. It's just another chart that I look at and say, okay, what's the wave action suggesting? So either this is 3 waves, 5 waves. It's a flat in development that could even come down a lot lower before it goes up, or this thing is just on a tear. She's going to continue tearing. She'll pull back and continue pumping up the jams up to the next level. Okay, I look at that and say, that looks like she could pump up the jams, but she could also turn into a flat. So it's just hard to tell what she's going to do. Is it going to turn into a flat, come down here, take the lows out before up, or is it just going to kind of keep rocking? That's always the question. That's always the question. But that's kind of where we are in the wave. It's kind of where we are in the wave. The way you trade it, is you're going to stay bullish until this price action breaks. So when this price trend breaks to the downside, breaks the structure that it's created. Now I could be a little bit more technical in how I draw that line right here, and say, listen, this thing is bullish until this line gets broken, right? But even then, as it breaks, it doesn't mean it's going down forever. It just could come down, and then when this line breaks, that's when you're done with that wave. In other words, you always want to draw your counter trend lines to know when things are done or not. And so, you want to draw those counter trends, and that's going to let you know when price is finished. You got this counter trend line right there. She broke right here, pulled back, and then continued. So the chart told you, this chart told you when to be bullish. Okay, this is the time to be bullish. This was the time to be bullish once it broke out of its price structure and corrected, and then it broke out of the smaller price structure. The smaller correction there let you know we were about to continue up, more than likely, at least with a high likelihood. So these counter trend lines, you got to learn to draw them in the price and draw them in the RSI, and it'll kind of let you know when price is finishing. It'll give you some good signals here. So we've got to break up and retest and continuation. Price has not broken out of that structure yet, and there's no sign of it stopping yet. It hasn't stopped yet. So we're waiting for that rejection. If it's going to reject, waiting for a rejection and a break of the price structure and a break of the RSI momentum, a retest of it, okay, and then continuation down, or it breaks back to the upside, because a lot of times they can fake out those breaks and then take it up higher again. So it just depends. But that's how you can kind of watch the chart and trade the chart. So okay. So we don't care where price is going. We trade the chart whichever way it wants to go. We're just watching and looking and talking about ideas. Let's look at ADA here. ADA's been a big bear. I mean, just a big, difficult wave shape for me. It really has. I believed that we had a bottom way back here. I thought we had a bottom here. Okay? Because we broke out. We pulled back. I was looking for higher highs. I really was. I was looking for a 5-wave move, and I liked it, right? But what happened is we actually took this low. This low actually got taken out on the candlestick chart, okay? And so this wasn't the bottom. This was the bottom. And you say, okay, what do we got here then? If we look on the line chart, on the candlestick chart, see that wave right there? It took that low out right there. And so it really screwed up my count. It really did. But as it stands, what do we got? What's going on? Now, I got a couple of ideas here. First off, this looks like 3 waves off the bottom. Okay, 3 waves. This looks like 3 waves that took the low out and said, okay, you got 3 up, 3 down, looking for 5 up. Okay? Looking for 5 up. The problem is we're not getting 5 up right now. At least what doesn't look like we're getting 5 waves up. But I guess we could be getting some kind of diag, where this is 1, 2 to here. This is A, B, C. This is 3. So we might have some more to go. We get another 3-wave move down, and then so we could pump up the jams kind of like that, really. So this might want to pump up to here, and then pull back deeply, and then go pump it up again in 3 waves to finish it out. So there's a diag idea there where you got A, B, and C. So there's a count for you. That's one count. Another count that you might say is, okay, this is a real bearish count, okay, where this is finishing an A, B, C here. So we're going to finish, whenever we finish, this is part of a larger flat, and it's a B wave, okay? So it's part of A, B, we're going to get a C, go to hit the low again. And what that is part of a much larger correction. So we're going to come down here before we come up here and hit these highs. Okay, so watch out for something like that, where we get a move like that. So those are my best ideas for ADA right now. I like this idea quite a bit, but if we continue pumping, a lot, I mean, we could still pump up here to higher targets and even take this top out and still come down here deeply. So you have to watch out for that, okay? We're getting we're threatening to break structure, but it really hasn't broken. If this makes another high, we're going to move our trend line to here. If this goes to make another high, we'll move our trend line a little bit, and we'll continue to watch how this develops, okay? But that'll give us another thing to watch. If this thing continues to make a lower low and breaks this structure, then we're going to look at that as broken structure and see where it goes. But more than likely, we're going to move our trend line down just a little bit. Let's get on the 1 minute time frame so we can see that wave structure a little bit better. So if we get a higher high here, then we're gonna bring our trend line to here and then watch that wave structure develop. If this is a little three-wave move and it comes back down, then we're going to look at that a little differently as well. So, again, we'll just watch that structure here. That just kind of helps you know when the trend is done or not. But that looks like a fake breakout to the downside. It looks like we're going to make another high there, so we'll keep watching. Watching that wave develop. This could be a fifth wave of some kind. This could be a wave 5. Get a 3-wave pullback, and then it goes up again. And that could be a 3-wave. That could come down and take the low. You know, there's just so many things that can happen here. And that's the trashy kind of wave structure you often get out of Bitcoin, something like that. My nose is so stuffy. Okay. So we've looked at ADA. Let's look at XRP now. Let's look at XRP. Where is my XRP chart? It is not. I'm not seeing it. Oh. That's ADA. Where's XRP? Oh, I think I accidentally closed it down earlier. Let me load it, guys. Let me load my XRP chart. Load layout. All right, we're looking at XRP, and XRP looks super bullish right now. Just looking at this big time frame on the daily. The question is, how is this wave structure going to play out? We had this huge pullback here, and now we're kind of pumping up the jams. Is this getting ready to come up and pump up the jams again? Absolutely could. Absolutely could. Is this going to start one of these big pumps that takes XRP way up here? Is that XRP over the next year? Could be. Totally could be. Absolutely. I think for certain you've got a baseline to watch here. This price action right there. I think that's your support. If this breaks down and corrects to that line, you're gonna watch a break of that. If that price breaks and holds, that's gonna be very bearish for XRP. So that's very bearish, a break of that structure there. Okay, but if we continue to make higher highs and higher lows, then XRP is looking. So right now, XRP looks more bullish than bearish. The way I'm looking at it, it looks very bullish right there. It's the most bullish chart. It's a very bullish chart, and I know bullish charts. I'm the best. I'm the best at seeing bullish charts, and that's a bullish chart right there. However, small time frame. You get on the small time frame. There's so many different shapes that can take place here. So many different shapes that can take place. You've got, this looks like 3 waves. This could come up, retest, and then this could come down as 3. Could come down as 5. It could come down as 3, and then we get 3. So this could pump up the jams, retest this highs, come on down, and all that could retest that trend line I drew already. Where's that baseline I drew? Watch that baseline. So XRP could be bearish enough to come up, come down, retest, and then roll on up. So we might get some bearishness out of XRP yet before we get this bullish move. You want to say, hey, we're just going to go up forever and we're going to keep rocking. That's kind of what you want to say, but excuse me. Excuse my nose, guys. I apologize. Still pumping up the jams, aren't we? It's exciting times, guys, when Bitcoin pumps like this. How we doing in the chat, guys? How we doing in the chat? About ready to look at XRP, not XRP. We're about ready to look at the S&P. We're about ready to look at the DXY and the Nasdaq. I will abandon baby. That's so bad. I will definitely look at Doge for you. I think somebody else was asking about Doge early. I know somebody just mentioned bearish divergence on SOL. It's actually a little bit more bullish. I don't see a lot of powerful bearish divergence, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'll look at HBAR Evo. No problem. HBAR it is. Go ahead and put your requests in the chat. I'll get to them as quick as I can. Let's go through DXY now. Looking at DXY, I'm watching two price structures here. This is the 1 hour chart. Let's look at the 4 hour. I'm just watching to see if we're going to break this high or not. Let's watch and see what happens here. Looks like we're going to pump up the jams again. Or are we going to break down and make it a more complex? This looks more impulsive than it does corrective, so let's watch it for a second here, guys. Now, what's funny about what just happened here, guys, that could be wave 5. It just barely took the high. This could have been a wave 4. That could be wave 5, and that might be all you get. And this might, I mean, there's a possibility this could come dumping down. Again, that's the way they top a lot of times. Bitcoin likes to top, not like a final top, but a top of this particular wave where everybody's looking for more up. Everybody's looking for it to keep pumping. It's never going to stop. It's never going to stop. It keeps pumping. Higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. Here we go. But eventually it does stop. Eventually it'll fake you out and get everybody FOMOing in. And once it has enough buyers at the top, it'll then just come crashing down. So you just got to watch out for those things and understand that's the way Bitcoin likes to move. So there's a chance we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that was the 5th wave right there, and that's it. That's the wave. I'm not saying that definitively, but that's a possibility here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right in there, no problem. We got divergent here. Oh, come on. My chart is, guys, I'm lagging a little bit. Let me know if we're still good in the stream. Excellent condition in the stream. Looks like we're back. Let me know in the chat if we're back, because we were lagging just there just a minute ago. We're excellent condition. As far as I can tell, we're good to go. All right, we're testing our trend line here. Testing our trend line. Chat's disconnected. It says, please wait while we try to reconnect. Trying to reconnect the chat, guys. Huh, interesting. It's the chat's disconnected. So guys, if y'all are talking to me, I can't see what you're saying. Let me refresh this page here. All right, looks like I'm back. I'm reconnected here. I just refreshed the page. Looks like we're good. Okay, all right, very good. We're back. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so yeah, we haven't broken yet. It's threatening to break, but this could pop back to the upside. We'll see. But just keep in mind that this can do crappy. Bitcoin will crap you. It'll screw you up in a heartbeat, no problem. 41.5 today. That's totally a possible count there, Stanley. Totally possible. Definitely, no, it's not definite. Absolutely not definite, but certainly an idea to pay attention to. They could front run 41K even right now, and just come on down for a larger correction. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see what the market monsters are doing, the market makers are doing. My chat is, my chart is lagging, guys. Sorry about that. But hopefully the live is still good. Okay, let's look at DXY here. DXY analysis. Guys, I'm looking for an upward wave here, guys, but it could be a lot bigger than I anticipated. This might be a lot bigger than I anticipated, but I'm looking for some upward momentum there. Zero, are we ready to short? Man, I don't know. It's a scary short right now. Scary short, but we're breaking price structure, at least threatening to. But it might be a fake out, so just watch it because they could break it right on back up. I don't get the warm fuzzies right now, but I'm just letting you know what could happen. All right, back to what I was saying, DXY. So DXY, dollar index, looking for more upside here, guys. We've got a break of structure on the 4-hour finally. The 4-hour pattern is broken. We've made a higher high. Let's see what the 8-hour, that means the 8 hours breaking as well. Yeah, I mean, I guess there is a large box there. Chemo, absolutely. We're in the box, so this could be coming down to the bottom of the box, maybe. So I would definitely watch for a price break here. This is looking decent right here. If you draw that price line right that I've just drawn right there, we've broken it to the upside. So there's a chance. We're going up for what I expected here. Anyway, I was looking for this to go on up here, but we've come back down, I guess, into this price zone. So I guess price has been accepted back into that area. So this might have more down than I expected. Yeah, it's still breaking, guys. That's broken price structure right there. It doesn't mean it can't go up. It just means that yeah, we got a bit of an indication of the momentum is shifting now to the downside. So let's see what kind of wave we get here. My guess is that we're going to get either something like this, right? Or this is a reversal. This was a fifth wave of some kind, and this could be the beginning, like an A wave or a one wave of something bigger to the downside. So, this could be a one. You get three waves back, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's just any number of things that can happen here. Or this is just a fake break and they can take it back up, which is what they're threatening to do now. So, yeah, we'll watch a small time frame. It's a lot of fun to watch a small time frame, but this is beginning to break. Usually there's a retest of that break in some way, and before it comes back down. But let's see what kind of wave we get here. That's interesting. We'll keep watching that. But DXY, back to DXY. Sorry, I keep flipping back and forth, but we're traders at the end of the day, right? We're traders. So anyway, I was looking at this as a flat here, and I was looking for higher highs, but man, I'll tell you what, this looks like it's going back up. Now, here you'll notice the way DXY likes to move. It likes to move big at the top here. So see how this has come down? I wouldn't mind seeing another move back up before it comes down again. It could hit the bottom of the box and then go up, right? So in other words, we could have a big three-wave move back to the upside. And this could be some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's ugly as crap, and it may be I don't think it's a triangle, but could be a triangle. A, B, C, D, E, right there. That's wave 4. That's wave 5. This is A. Now we're getting B, and we could get C like that. So that's 5-wave move to there. We could be getting an ABC back to the upside over the next year or so, before we have death to the dollar. Okay, so watch out for that. So I suppose that could be a triangle. It's just got a little bit of a truncated E wave. But why not? So I'm waiting for somebody to say it's not a triangle. Doesn't have great characteristics of a triangle, but I suppose it's on the table. I hadn't considered that. A, B, C, D, E, right there. There's your wave 5, and so we count this wave as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we got an impulse wave. We're getting a 3-wave correction back to the bottom of the box, and a C wave back to the upside. That's plausible right there. I like that count. So that's my DXY analysis. That's the best I've got there for you. Price is breaking structure back to the upside. Let's see if it continues with some follow through, or if it rolls over and continues down to the bottom of the box here. Sorry about my nose, guys. It just keeps it's stuffy, so stuffy. My chart is so slow right now. Everything's lagging. I'll click and it lags. So sorry about that. Not sure what's going on or why that is. Glad you like it, Chemo. Glad you like it. Got support of Chemo. All right, let's look at the S&P. S&P, if it'll ever load. There it is. There it is. All right, S&P's taking out this high here. So I'm kind of looking at, I've kind of adjusted my count because this high got taken out. I'm not so sure that that this was a leading diag because the high got taken out. So on the S&P, M Chu, we've been talking all this whole time. Rewind and go back and watch the analysis for Bitcoin. I've already done a really heavy analysis on Bitcoin. I wouldn't be longing here. Let me just say it that way. You shouldn't be going long in this area. I don't care if it goes up another $4,000 or $5,000. You shouldn't be longing at the top of waves. Maybe you get a pullback and you get a right position, you can take longs. But yeah. We've talked about price targets already, so you might check that out. All right, so we're on the S&P, guys. The way I'm looking at this, let me show you my count here. Let's go to the weekly. All right, so the way I'm seeing this is you got some kind of a 1, 2, 3. I think we're in a wave 4. Okay, we're in some kind of wave 4, and you could be right. 0 on the S&P, could be fourth of the third, could be. But we're in some kind of wave 4, and then we're looking to make a higher high for wave 5. Okay, so that's a real potential there, real possibility. I think wave 3 is probably already done. I look at this wave right here as the fourth of the third with an extended fifth wave. So I like this as wave, excuse me, as wave 3, and it's finished. I'm more inclined to that count than I am the fourth of the third. But I see where you're coming from, and I don't fault you for that count at all. So I'm kind of looking here for an expanded flat of some kind, or some kind of a 3-wave move here. I think where we are in the S&P, I think we're looking for a downward move. So zooming in on that bigger idea, how do you count this? Well, I was counting this as a leading diag. That's the way I was looking at it. So I was looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that's one way to look at it. Now we can alter the way we look at that. And we say, hey, I could have been wrong about this as 5 waves. This could be an ABC to here. A, B, C. Okay? And now what you've got is you've got 3. Oh, come on. You got 3 waves to the upside, 3 waves down, and now we're getting 5 waves to the upside. And that's a flat B wave. That's probably what's going on here. And so now you've got A, this is B. We're going to top out somewhere up here and then come down hard for C. So still looking for that count. I thought this was a leading diag with a 3-wave pullback. Once this top got broken, it's kind of led me to a different count. So now my primary count is this as an expanded flat here. I'm still not super happy with that as an expanded flat either. I have other counts as well, but we could come up a little higher. I think we're ready for a correction soon. But this could be the 5th wave of C. And we could have some kind of 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's one way to look at it. Another way to look at what's going on in here is that this is an expanded flat up here where you have, come on, 3, 3, 5 there. And now what that is part of a larger 3, 3, 5 down here. And what's happening is a larger, more complex correction is taking place. Okay? In which case this becomes A, B, C, and this might be forming a larger flat. Like that. This kind of lines up, this count right here kind of lines up with what I expect to see a Bitcoin. Okay? I expect to see some kind of a preliminary dump followed by a larger pump. Okay? So, I see that as a possibility as well. What's going on with Bitcoin here? Just watching this little wave. So let's see what happens with this wave. Does it turn into 3 or 5 to the upside? We'll see. So the S&P is pretty interesting to me. I've got several different counts. I kind of like this count personally, to where this actually comes down, now, and then we get higher high later, and then we get a larger dump in time next year, or in 2025 even. And that kind of lines up, and then we go to all-time highs again down the road. Okay? Before we get a multi-year bear market. So I kind of like that idea as well. So we're going to watch this this count. They might be squeezing shorts right now on the S&P. They're probably squeezing shorts. But I think we're due for a correction soon. I think we're due for a correction. Looking at the 4 hour, there's all. Let's go to the 1 hour actually. There's all kinds of gaps up here on the S&P. Gaps that need to be filled. So, not a bad idea taking this. That might be stretching it though, but what do you do with that? I thought that was a leading diag, but we took the top out. So I got to do something else with it. Did the top get taken? I'm pretty sure the top got taken. Oh, the top did not get taken. The top did not get taken. All right, as long as we reverse here, as long as this reverses from where we are, yeah, that could still be, this could totally be an ABC right here. That just finished. But we don't really have a lot of room to go up. I was thinking the top got taken. I know it got taken on the NASDAQ. But I was thinking it got taken on the S&P. So, yeah. There you go. That could totally be a trashy B wave where you got a leading diag. I like that. I like this as a leading diag. I got 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. That's beautiful. So, to me, that's a leading diag. This is a three-way pullback. As long as that top doesn't get taken, we're good. And we could be ready for a dump here. We might be starting a dump tomorrow, man. We might get a dumpy days are here to stay. It just depends. We got to see what's going to happen. Does the top get taken out? If that top gets taken out, we got to change the count. We got to look at this as correctively, and it changes everything. So yeah, we've really got to look at that differently there. So yep. All right, looking at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ did take the top out, but the NASDAQ has a much better count here, where you have a three-wave move. This could be a C wave right here, and so you got a five-wave shape here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has to go up and take the high. Then down we go. Chemo thinks the top's going to be taken. Maybe. It could be. Absolutely. So, all right. So there's the NASDAQ. There's S&P. There's the DXY. Let's take a look at gold real fast and Tesla. Let's take a look at gold and Tesla, because those charts, again, those are helpful, just giving us an overall look of the market here. Let's look at Tesla first, and then I'm going to take your request. And then we're going to call it a night, guys, because this is the time of night I start getting tired. But I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm still not tired, so doing all right. My stamina tonight is okay. Okay, so don't mind this is an old count here. But we talked about this being a 1-2 and then continuation. But based on this wave right here, don't believe that's a 1-2. We have a nice finished WXY here. Okay. Now what I think is happening is a more complex correction where this looks like a zigzag. I think that's clear that that's a zigzag. Okay. Now, what isn't clear is that what's happening now. Well, a couple of ideas. So I can only have ideas. I don't know what's happening, but I have ideas of what could be happening here. So one thing is that we could have some kind of, that could be a flat or something, and then this could be a complex correction where you have 3 to the upside. This has more down to come, and then we come up here, and what that becomes is a longer term correction, okay, where we get this longer term B wave that takes the next couple of years to play out, okay? But that's what I'm looking for Bitcoin, really, and in the S&P, where we get this correction to the downside, okay? So we need more down, more cowbell, we need more cowbell. And then we're going to get a rally. Okay, it'll be a sharp and fast rally. Okay, and all that'll be is a 3-wave retest of this bearish move, and then I'd be looking for more downside later as a more long-term 3-wave correction. And what that would be for me is a correction of an impulse wave from the bottom. So we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 waves that Tesla finished, okay? And this is a multi-year bearish correction that will be followed by a, when the time is right and the AI generation and the, whatever, all, the big 2030, when 20 at the end of this decade, where all the big advances in AI and technology are beginning to boom. We'll have a fourth industrial revolution, and the price of Tesla just goes skyrocket because there'll be a flying car or a completely self-driving everything or whatever. Just the stock's going to go to the moon. Maybe they'll be successful in making it to the moon or whatever. The point is that I think we're in a multi-year bear market right now, a longer term correction looking for bullish times to come somewhere closer to 2030. Right now we're just trading a bear market right now that has rebounds, has ups and downs in it. Okay, so I'm looking for ups and downs here. That's my main idea for Tesla, which is my main idea for S&P. It's my main idea for NASDAQ, that we're in a multi-year bear market. We're going to see some crashing, though we could see higher highs coming. We could see retest of the highs, but it's going to be a corrective in nature, and it's going to give you a chance to make some money and sell and be ready, at the end of a decade for some bigger money making moves. And that's when Bitcoin and crypto is going to begin taking off as well. We're not ready for that yet. We have had our first wave. We had our first impulse, and it was a good impulse, and we made strides in Bitcoin, and we made strides in crypto, and we're still trying to find our way with governments and with ETFs and all this stuff. And so the market's going to need this time of flux to really play itself out, and then finally, once everything gets taken care of over the next 5 years or so, it's beginning. That's when you're going to see the next wave really take off, where we're going to just have decades of bullishness coming again back to the market. But those decades of bullishness won't come until we have this period of correction, this period of depression, this period of profit taking and selling off and reaccumulation of wealth, so that the next generation is ready to push the market to wherever it's going. So that's the way I'm conceiving of where we are in history right now, and what's happening in the market. That's my overall macro view, and Tesla fits it beautifully. It's what I'm looking for S&P. All of these charts to me are rhyming in this way, that we've already had a top of 5 impulse waves that we've topped, okay, and Yeah, chemo. I think 2028 is right. 2028, 2029, in that range, and then back, back to the upside. We begin pushing back up, and the markets begin. That's when you're going to get ready to get back in the markets and buying long-term holds. Okay. So, what's going on with Bitcoin? Small time frame here. Oh, she's playing around, isn't she? So we had a break of structure. We had a retest of it. We did not break the low. And now it's looking like some continuation, but it's not convincing yet. So we have to see if this is going to roll over and come down, or if we're going to start working our way back up. This does not look three-wave-ish. So I would say, it's more likely down. But how is it going to go down? I mean, this could retest and then come down and then go up. That could be three-wave pullback and then continuation. And that would be a 5-3-5 correction, something like that. And then we get a big one. So that becomes another, it looks like we had a three-wave correction, and then we're going to go take the highs. Everybody gets excited and gets trapped because they FOMO in, and then boom. So you need to be watching this wave construction as it develops. And as it develops, understand the counter trend line. So, yeah, so let's look at gold, Dango, because I don't think gold is a fake out. I think gold is going to pump. And so let me look at gold. Thank you for reminding me. So Tesla. See, I think gold is where the big boys are going to be, where they're putting their money right now. I think the big boys are putting their money in tangible items like property. That's why we had the big pump in property. People buying property like crazy, right? Because right now, property is a good place to something tangible to put your money in. That the general value of property tends to maintain its value and go up over time. Okay, so I think gold is in the same vein here, except here we go. We're pumping up the jams here, man. I don't think it's a fake out. I don't. Personally, I think this is the beginning of much larger wave to come. Okay, it doesn't mean we can't correct, and we need a correction. We do. That kind of wave will need some kind of a multi-week, multi-month correction that has ups and downs, but something like that lets the RSI kind of reset a little bit on the 3-day chart and give you next pump. But I think gold's going up. I do. I personally believe gold is going up. We're going to see $3,000 in gold eventually. It's going to make its way up. Now, it's probably going to top out, okay, somewhere at the end of the decade, right? Because gold is going to be the store of value of everybody's money. Once this bear market ends, once that crash ends, this multi-year bear market that we're looking at, once that finishes, then people get out of gold, okay, and back into risk-on assets, okay? But right now it's risk-off. Okay, we need to be in something tangible and something. So I think you're going to see gold and silver pumping in price relatively over the next decade, over the next 5 years or so. So no, I do not think gold is a fake out. I'm seeing gold here in a wave, potentially a wave 5 of a big bullish move. So I'm. Or it's I'm not exactly certain, but this is a clear 3-wave move, and this is a clear 3-wave pullback. I'm either this is a flat, and we will see a correction down to here, and that could be the case over the next year or so. We could see a flat play out, but even if that plays out, I could totally see this move happen right after it. But I think it's more likely that we're going to see gold continue to push up to make higher highs. That's my take on it. Now, Dango, remember, that's just the way I'm looking at the market in general, and that's the story I think the waves are telling us and then I try to fit the story the waves are telling in what I'm seeing, where we are in history, where we are geopolitically, where our monetary system is, and how our fiat currency is in the process of a slow death. And so, Kimosabi has some really good ideas. Come on into the Discord and you can check out his ideas as well. He's got some good insights as well. We have conversations all the time about these things. But this is my ranting time but this is kind of the way I'm looking at the market. I am not optimistic over the next 5 years. I mean, we could see some more highs. We could. But I'm over the next 5 years looking for a bottom for the markets. I'm looking for some big deal markets. So now, please, Kimosabi, you need to reword what you just wrote. The next potential gold cycle low. So be careful, don't just take his comments. He means that to say that's an idea, right? And he's looking at the GAN cycles, and trying timings, but timing is always subjective and it's always hard. It's hard for me as well. So just make sure you reword that, Chemo, so everybody knows that's an idea to consider. But it's not definitive. You know that, and I know that. But it's a good idea nonetheless. All right, so we're going to keep tracking it wave by wave, guys. Let's take a peek at silver. Silver is a little bit different wave structure. But silver on the weekly chart, you got a big wave one here, a big wave one. And I see this as a potential 3 waves up. We could be getting some kind of 3-wave move like that, which would go right with the gold chart that I just shared with you, right? So if we get some kind of flat, and then we have a big move up after that, there's a possibility. The other possibility is that this is just getting ready to go to the moon. This is getting ready to pump up the jams. There's plenty of room on the weekly chart for up to go, right? So this could be what you want to do is call this a flat. That's what you want to call it. But this is very 3-wave-ish, very 3-wave-ish. And this has an impulsive look to it where this might be ready to pump up the jams here, man. So we might see a run on silver here that comes and retests the all-time high. It's possible. It really is. So we'll see. We'll see if silver's looking like it might come and retest the all-time high. I don't know. I got into silver when I began buying silver. I was late to the game after this pump. I didn't understand charts at the time. I was just like, ooh, silver was pumping, and it was around $30 where I bought a lot of my silver. So I'm kind of underwater in my silver trade. Chemo, there you go, man. There you go. You know me, brother. I'm just always trying to keep it. You know me. Don't get mad at me. All right. This quarter's been the best ever involving crypto stuff, but rotated into precious metals to wrap up the end of the year. Who knows? Maybe we get a decent pump. Yeah, I think it's a real possibility. We get a pump, but I don't think it's going to happen necessarily. It doesn't have to happen this year. We could correct and go back down for another month or two. So there's plenty of room for this to correct to the downside as well if they want to correct this and take this down for another low like that, right? And this could be some kind of a longer term 3-wave move. So wave structure is crazy. All right. Now, with that said, Chemo, if you could give me a list of all the requests, I'm going to go ahead and hit H bar and whatever else I remember, anybody. But if you could go through and hook me up with a list, that'd be awesome. Let's finish up the live tonight. It's been 2 hours. I'm weary of tired of talking about this. We're losing viewers anyway, so let's finish up with the requests and we'll call it a night. All right. I'm just going to real fast, run through all the requests. I'm going to look at it, give you my take on it very quickly from an Elliott Wave perspective. Okay, H bar. This looks 3-wave-ish here. There's a possibility we have an A, now a B. This looks higher. Looks like it needs to come higher here. And then a C working after that. That's the wave structure that looks likely. We have broken this structure to the downside. We're retesting that breakout. Looks down for the next move, but I don't think the up move is finished. This up move looks like it needs a little bit more higher target, so we'll watch that and see how that does. That's my quick take on H bar. Oh man, excuse me, I'm starting to yawn. That's my quick take on H bar. Looking small time frame. Larger time frame. Oh man. Larger time frame. That this might have another high to make there. Not so sure. Not so sure. That kind of looks bullish, guys. It really does. The H bar looks pretty bullish. Okay. Take a peek at Link real fast. But that doesn't mean bullish forever. That we could have correction. It seems to me that this is ready to pump a little higher and then reject in some kind of a 3-wave fashion. That would be my first idea. The next idea is that the next idea I would say, hey, maybe this just needs to pump up and take the high out, and this is some kind of wave 4, and this would be some kind of wave 5. Okay, and this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finishing out some impulse wave, boom, 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 and then down after that. So that would be a secondary idea for H bar, but H bar looks fairly bullish. Okay, all right, next one. I'm just running through these quick, guys, just giving you my quick take on things, just to keep it fast and running. Link, let's see what Link. Let's look at the 3-day chart. That did not play out. I thought we were going to hit the low and then go up and make that move. We did not. We went up and made the move. So now what? Man, this looks like this is looking close. Hey, thanks, Dango. Appreciate that comment, brother. Appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, so this wave structure is so trashy to me. So trashy. But I'm looking at this, and this is impulsing, right? This is impulsing. So we're looking for 5 waves. Looking for 5 waves. Is 5 waves done? It looks like we're in a 4th wave. I mean, that's what this looks like. All of them are kind of looking like 4th waves. Either this was wave 4, and now we're impulsing up for wave 5, or this is making some kind of expanded, some kind of flat here. Looks like there's a triangle in the middle here. So some kind of 3-wave move. We might go hit the high and then reject and make some kind of move like that. Okay. So that's what I'm kind of looking at there. And this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 5 after that. Maybe. Plausible idea there. I like it. So that's Link for you. It's either that. So it's either that flat I just shared. It could come higher and then come down as a running flat. It could come lower and be an expanded flat. Whatever. It could be just a regular flat. I don't know. Bitcoin's pumping here. There we go. There's Bitcoin pump. See how those breakup structures really help you guys? When it breaks and those structures, it really kind of lets you know where you are. So the question is now, is this a 3-wave pullback? And is this going to come back down here? Is Bitcoin, is that some kind of 3-wave? Is it now going to retest this like that? I'm guessing that, something like that. And then once that's finished, this is probably going to start pumping up again to take the high. Something like this. It's going to take the high in 3 waves, crash down, take that low, and then go up for more. higher targets. And that would be the top of something. That would be the wave 4 of something. That's the bullish way Bitcoin likes to move. That's just a guess, an idea, a thought. See if it plays. I don't know if it's going to play or not. Okay, so there's Link for you. Some kind of wave 4. Go hit the high for wave 5. And that kind of jives with what I just drew, right? For Bitcoin. That kind of jives with that. But I can see here, this is a 12-hour chart. I can see room for more upside here. This doesn't look finished. This could be a triangle or it's a 1-2-1-2. So if this is a triangle on Link right here, so we got A and then we got a triangle B. All right, we're in the middle of C. C needs to pop up and hit the high one more time. So there's A. A, that's B, triangle. C, boom. That's your B wave. And then we're going to get another low. Okay, so again, just an idea. So watch out for a pop to the high and then a short. And then that would set up another high later. Okay, let's see if something like that happens. Okay, so there's Link. What's next? LUNC, so Lunk, I suppose. Or is that Luna? Is that supposed to be Luna? Or is it LUNC? Oh, okay, it's LUNC. All right, Tether. Let's see what that's looking like. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Straight up. Straight up now, tell me, do you really want to love me forever? Okay, that is a pump and dump coin. So, because this is a pump and dump coin, I would expect this. Here's the way they like to top out, right? Here's the way they like to top out. They like to come up to a high, come down, take the high again, or retest the high, and then come all the way back down here. So, I would expect something like that at some point. I don't know how this is going to play, but it's looking like a 1, 2, 3. Give me a 4, give me a 5, and then we come all the way down, back down here. Okay, and that's the way she's going to finish. I don't have any divergence here yet on the daily, so looking for a correction, another high, correction, another high to make divergence, and then a breakout of this structure. For a corrective wave to the downside. So got some time here. It's going to play around up here, but we're reaching the high here of LUNC, whatever that's called. So there's LUNC. And then let's do AFRM, or is that N? AFRM, I suppose. Is that a firm? Is that right? Is that a stock? Let me know. I'm going to do the stock. But just when I hit the stock, I think, that's when all of a sudden I've done the wrong one and I get embarrassed because I'm sitting here doing analysis on a wrong chart. Oh, come on. Thank you, Adrian. Appreciate that. Okay, so that is a stock. Firm holdings. I'm on the right one. Yeah, that's a bullish wave, man. Tell me about a firm. What are they? What is that? AI? This is a bullish wave. It's got more in the tank. It looks like a 1-2-1-2. It looks like a firm. You could get a pullback, and so that looks super bullish to me. That's a bullish construction. Looking for a pullback and a continuation. So if you're holding it, I would continue holding it on the 3-day. We don't have any divergence. There's going to be a correction and a continuation. Yeah, I don't know. But it looks fairly bullish. If it's a lending company, that bothers me. That bothers me a lot. So I'm not sure what the status of that company is. So apply the fundamentals of their company to what that looks like. Are they matching up? Or is a firm on its death throes, and is this just a dead cat bounce in which, you know, you have some kind of A, B, and now you're getting a C wave ending diag or something, where you got 5 waves here, and she's about done and on the death throes, and down we go to 0. You know, so that scares me. Okay, all right. So, yeah, this could be a dead cat bounce, but the wave looks bullish. But just as fast as it goes up, you know, if it goes straight up like this, it's going to come down all the way back down here. So I wouldn't be buying at the top. I'd be looking to short it once it starts giving you. I just got to deal with Amazon. Interesting. Okay, that may be life-giving to this chart. Okay, so this you know, it looks like it's new on the market last year, so it had its pump and dump, and this might be the beginning of bullishness. So look for a 3-wave retrace back to here potentially, and then continuation. So it looks decent, but though that's a bullish chart to me, just looking at it without knowing anything about it. Best I can do there on a firm. Okay, and let's do now our render or our RNDR, and then we're gonna call it a night, guys. Thanks for joining us. It's been an awesome night. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments. Hey, there's my cat. My cat's come to see me. Hello. She come to massage my chest and to sit here. You're on a live stream. You're on a live stream. Well, I'll hold you for a minute. Yeah, she's talking to me. She's my partner at night. Oh, she's a purring. Okay, yeah. Look at that, guys. Here's a nice ABC working. Looks like we got continuation to the downside. So looking at Bitcoin before I do render. Watch out for 2 ideas: 3-wave pullback, and then to chop up to the upside, take out the highs, and then get a bigger crash later. Or this, oh, get off me. This could be a top. This could be a wave 5 or something, and this is the beginning of a larger correction. Okay? So watch out for that as well. That's another idea. This is the beginning of a larger correction to the downside. Okay? Okay. Now. Render. Let's do render, and we'll call it a night here. Man. So we got a 3-wave shape on the chart here, guys. We got a 5, 3, and now we got 5 working. Okay, so this is reaching its end. Now I don't know where it's done. It looks like there's potentially more, but we've reached the 1-to-1, and we have a 3-wave shape. Okay, so at some point this is going to break structure on the RSI, and look how nice that 3-day chart looks. This is going to break structure and start working its way back down. When it breaks that structure, you're going to want to be taking profit there. So anyway, the best I can tell you is watch this 3-day trend here. No, you can't get my face here, cat. You can't get my face. She wants to come snuggle up on my chin, and she can't do that. She's the sweetie. This is Ruby, guys. This is, I don't know, can y'all see Ruby? Yeah, y'all can see Ruby. All right. So yeah, just watch that. As far as the count's concerned, I'm not seeing a clear count here at all. It could be an ABC. Oh, I didn't look at Doge. Abandoned baby. I'll look at Doge. Yes, because it wasn't on the list. That could be some kind of ABC as well. Anyway, we got a three-wave shape rocking. Be careful on this one. It could go up higher. It could reach higher targets. But Cat, you're funny. All right, let's look at Doge, and then we're going to call it a night. Thanks, Abandoned Baby. Appreciate the reminder. And if I missed anybody else's, let me know right now. I'll stick around and do it. But not forever, but I'll look at Doge. Yeah, Doge is breaking out, man. So Doge looks super bullish, right? It's got that breakout look here, for sure. So what is that doing? What is that doing? This could be breaking out. It could have some higher highs to go, and then it could work its way down for the final death throes. Doge is gonna die, guys. It's gonna die with all the other coins that are crap coins. Okay, it's gonna die along with those. So don't hold Doge thinking it's gonna just always go up. It was a meme coin. It had its day, and all it's done is come down and down and down. And this is not. I mean, yes, it's breaking out of this, but here, look here. It broke out of that and just came all the way down. So whenever this finishes, it's probably going to come all the way down and could even take the low out. So I would not put any kind of hope in Doge, okay? If anything, I'd be looking to short it. You got a much longer track record of shorting Doge than you do have a bullish. So wait for this to finish and start its down trend and then just short Doge. You need to be out. All right, guys, I have absolutely enjoyed being with you tonight. I stayed alert all night, and everything's looking good. Yeah, let's see how this plays. So watch out for that pop to the high, like I told you with a short. Don't think this is going to keep going up forever. It won't go up forever. It's going to make you feel like it's going to go up forever, and then it's going to crash you like nobody's business. It's going to come down so hard and so fast, it's going to mess you up. So realize that's the way Bitcoin likes to play. Understand that, and they like to take your money, guys. Do not FOMO in at these levels. And if you need some help trading these levels, please come into the Discord. Find me in the Patreon. Let's hold hands. Let's join. Let's become partners. And you come on in. I'll give you all my knowledge, and I'll give you all my heart and soul into looking at these waves together and protecting you from yourself. You come in and just be an awesome part of the community. We'd love to have you. With that said, guys, me and Ruby, we're going to call it a night. I'm going to go. I didn't see the Skins game today, if they're playing today or tomorrow. I didn't even look at the schedule. But I'm going to go watch on NFL Plus the replay of it if they played today. So don't say anything. So anyway, you guys have a great night. We'll talk to you later. Thanks, Chemo. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you so much. Take it easy.